Welcome, travelers of the digital realm, to a journey unlike any other. Here, amidst the rich tapestry of African lore and legend, we embark on a quest to uncover the hidden truths and untold stories that lie at the heart of our shared heritage. Before we delve into the depths of our latest tale, I want to extend a heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you who have joined us on this voyage of discovery. Your support and enthusiasm have been the guiding light that illuminates our path, and for that, we are eternally grateful. As we venture forth into the unknown, I urge you to continue spreading the good word to fellow travelers, inviting them to join our ever-growing community of storytellers and seekers of truth. Together, we can unlock the mysteries of the past and pave the way for a brighter future, filled with wonder, wisdom, and boundless imagination. So let us raise our voices in celebration of the stories yet untold, the adventures yet to be had, and the bonds that unite us all as fellow explorers of the human experience. Thank you for watching, and may your journey with us be as enriching as the tales we share. No king as God. In the heart of an ancient Ashanti kingdom, where the sun kisses the horizon and the winds whisper tales of bygone glory, there stood a fortress forged in stone and steel. Within its walls, a king ruled with an iron fist, his word law and his will absolute. Each subject approached him with reverence, offering prayers for his eternal reign. Yet, amidst the chorus of praise, a lone figure stands defiant, challenging the king's authority with whispered words of defiance. All who dared to challenge his authority trembled in his presence, bowing low and offering prayers for his eternal reign. But amidst the sea of deference, there was one who refused to bend the knee, one who dared to defy convention and speak truth to power. This man, known as No King as God, refused to bend the knee in the traditional manner. Instead, he proclaimed, "There is no king like God." His steadfast defiance drew the ire of the king, who saw it as a challenge to his authority. Enraged by No King as God's defiance, the king devised a cunning plan to silence his adversary once and for all. With a gift of 2 silver rings, symbols of his favor, he sought to ensnare No King as God in a web of deceit and betrayal. However, No King as God, aware of the king's deceit, cleverly concealed the rings within a ram's horn and entrusted them to his wife's care. A week later, the king called No King as God and sent him to a distant village to tell the people to come and help build up the city walls. But even as the king's machinations unfolded, No King as God remained steadfast in his convictions. His wife, tempted by promises of wealth and privilege, found herself torn between loyalty to her husband and the allure of power. Succumbing to greed, she betrayed her husband's trust and surrendered the horn to the king. Oblivious to the true contents, the king ordered the horn to be cast into a distant lake. They did so, and as the horn fell into the water, a great fish swam by and swallowed the rings. As No King as God returned from his journey, he encountered friends embarking on a fishing expedition. Eager to join them, he cast his net into the waters and was rewarded with a bountiful catch. Arriving home, he sought the rings entrusted to him by the king, only to find them missing. Distressed by his wife's failure to safeguard them, he grappled with disappointment and concern. Amidst their conversation, a royal messenger arrived, summoning No King as God to the king's court. As the man set off for the royal court, his son, who had been cleaning the fish, suddenly struck his knife on something hard, and he called to his father. The father pulled out the horn, and when he opened it and looked inside, he saw the rings which the king had given him for safekeeping. "Truly," he said, "there is no king like God." When the man arrived at the palace, he greeted the king in his usual way. "No king like God." The king demanded the rings which he had given the man and signaled his guards to close round him to kill him. But No King as God put his hand under his robe and pulled out the horn and handed it to the king. The king opened it and took out his 2 silver rings. The king wondered how the man could have found the rings and said aloud, "Indeed, there is no king like God." All his counselors shouted in approval. In a moment of reckoning, the king is forced to confront his own failings and acknowledge the righteousness of no king as God's cause. With a single decree, he relinquishes a portion of his kingdom to his erstwhile foe, recognizing the true measure of kingship lies not in power, but in honor and integrity.
Artlist.io.
Moral lesson. In the tapestry of life, true nobility is not measured by the crown one wears or the power one wields, but by the integrity of one's character and the courage to stand firm in the face of adversity. No king like God teaches us that humility, honesty, and resilience are the cornerstones of true leadership, and that the greatest triumphs are often achieved not through force or coercion, but through compassion, understanding, and the unwavering pursuit of justice. In a world where deceit and treachery abound, it is those who remain steadfast in their principles and unwavering in their convictions who ultimately emerge victorious. No king as God's unwavering commitment to truth and righteousness serves as a powerful reminder that even in the darkest of times, the light of integrity shines brightest, illuminating the path towards a better tomorrow for all. Through his journey, we learn that true strength lies not in the wielding of swords or the exercise of power, but in the resilience of the human spirit and the willingness to confront our own shortcomings with humility and grace. And in the end, it is not the crown upon our heads that defines us, but the content of our hearts and the legacy of honor and integrity we leave behind for future generations to inherit. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us heed the timeless wisdom of no king like God and strive to emulate the noble virtues of its protagonist. For in doing so, we not only honor the legacy of those who came before us, but pave the way for a brighter and more just future for all.